Now, people often come to me and say, Steve, I'm really stuck in my career. I'm not sure where I should go with it. What should I do? And I basically explain there's three options available to you. Option one is you do something similar or the same as you're doing at the moment, but just do it somewhere else. Maybe the company you're in is not the one for you. Option two is actually to go and do something completely different. This is a more radical solution. This is a more challenging solution, but often we have the chance to go and do the real thing we wanted to do with our career. We just always kind of held ourselves back. Or option three is actually to stay put. Very often when we go through this reflection and we look at our careers and see how it's gone and where we're at, actually things are not so bad after all. It's just you need to change a couple of things where you are. So how do you get to deciding which is the best option for you? Well, I always explain to people my 5-step process, which I think is the best way to get to this point. So what are those 5 steps? So step one is to understand your values. So what's a value? A value is like a word like freedom. It could be happiness, it could be joy, it could be fun, it could be integrity, it could be honesty. And I've got lots of words like this that I work through with my clients to work out what are the things that are most important to you. Once we understand our values, we then move on to our strengths. Do you know, the most peculiar thing I found about people's careers is they spend so much time trying to fix their weaknesses. If you just cast your mind back to your last performance review with your line manager, how much of that was spent talking about the things you do well, and how much of that was spent talking about the things that you've not done well? I'm going to bet it was a lot more discussion about the things that you've not done well, and they are your weaknesses. It's your strengths that have got you to where you are today. It's not fixing your weaknesses. So I really concentrate on focusing on people's strengths. That takes us to step 3. We now go to the point where most people start, which is their skills and experience. The kind of stuff that's on your CV. These are the things that you've done in the past, yeah? This is the experience, the skills that you've picked up. We now come to this and see which of those you can use today. Are there anything that's transferable? And this is often, my favorite question to ask people is, when you were in a role previously, what was the best role that you've been in? And what was the most exciting? And what's the role that got you jumping out of bed? Because it's that experience and the skills that you're using there that is your passion, and that's what we need to find. Step 4. Step 4, we're now in a position to go back to those 3 options that we talked about. We'll be much clearer on working out which is the best option. Is it option 1, which is all about moving somewhere else, but into a similar role or a role that's the same as you're in at the moment? Option 2 is doing something completely different. And option 3 is actually staying put, but just making a couple of adjustments just to make things a bit better for you, improve the environment that you're working in. Now, I find these 5 steps are really revealing and really helpful to people. I've helped hundreds of clients with their careers. And when you go through this 5-step process, it really reveals what you want to do with your career and also helps you understand why you're stuck and how to become unstuck. So if you're looking for help with career coaching, why not come and find me at www.stevemarcoaching.com, or go to Life Coach Directory, where you'll find lots of other career coaches that are there to help you. Thank you.